Lego is all about play, and sometimes showing off, but mostly play. As a child, I loved putting a new set together as quickly as humanly possible and seeing what the play feature was. Having a toy be enjoyable to build and play with was a winning concept, and it had me hooked from the first ever set. I'm now much older and my mind has faded into the fog of adulthood, but one set that I do remember playing with again and again was 4727 Aragog in the Dark Forest from the 2002 Chamber of Secrets line. This may look rudimentary from the outside, but oh my god, I can't overstate how good the play feature is in this set. The forest section has 4 sides of folded out spider's webs, and pulling out this tray gives the surrounding string tension, subsequently flipping in the webs and trapping Aragog's victim. I'd literally sit on the floor for hours pulling and resetting this trap and watching Ron squirm. We didn't have TikTok in those days, so this was the closest I could get to feeling the tiniest bit of happiness. Another play feature style that stands out often is seen in vehicles, where rolling a car or boat along a flat surface turns an axle and rotates something on the machine. The Power Miners theme from 2009 is a particular highlight of this idea, with the motion of the miners' vehicles being tied to a bunch of very visible moving parts, creating a very impressive result. In case you weren't aware, this is set 8960 Thunder Driller, and you should pick it up if you can, because it is exceptional. The topic of this video isn't vehicle-based play features though, nor is it system-based. My favourite LEGO play feature of all time, and in my humble opinion the best one ever made by the company, obviously, lies in the attacking motion of the villainous Bohrok from Bionicle's second wave in 2002. These creatures were built to protect Matanui from intruders to the island, and boy howdy do they do that in an amazing way. The Technic trigger system paired with a very small rubber band creates a violent thrusting motion which can knock off the towers' masks with ease. I found that other trigger-based designs, at least from my childhood, which was a scarily long time ago, came with a sense of caution. Holding a larger model by its trigger system and squeezing as hard as you could made you feel as though you were going to break the model, and that was often accurate. I can't count the number of times that my Sonic Phantom crumbled in my hands when I applied only the slightest bit more pressure than it could take. This flaw comes out of a mix of system and Technic parts in sets, with stacked bricks not being able to withstand the same squeeze level, if that's a phrase, that axles and joints can. This is an area in which Bionicle has always shined. Playability. I felt like I could push that lever down as hard as I could and it would still always hold up. The axles, outer casing and the main lever piece that make up the play feature are single parts after all, with no side builds or structures to break or fall off. The lever piece itself, part number 41667, Technic arm 2x5 with quarter gear 8 tooth double bezel, that is a mouthful, was purpose built for the original range of Bohrok and the subsequent Bohrok Cal sets that were released in the following year. And that meant the designers created the perfect shape for the job. In fact, this lever was only ever used in one non-Bohrok set, Cracker, where it came in a part-exclusive, unique, light bluish-grey colour, and provided another great play feature. But then it was never seen again. Ooh, suspicious. Unique moulds in Bionicle shouldn't be a shock to you, as the theme is notorious for being one that screams purpose-built features. Listen closely, look. Purpose-built pieces. There you go. A bit quieter than I thought it would be, but still. When the theme first debuted in 2001, it brought with it a heap of shiny new parts. For example, let's look at Tahu, set 8534, the poster child for Bionicle. A whopping 30% of this set's pieces were brand new pieces in 2001. Bionicle has always been based around play features due to it being an action figure-based theme, and this was accomplished to such a high standard through its new purpose-built moulds. The Bohrok are no exception, with their shape and feel being made out of brand new parts. The 2 large side pieces are even called Bionicle Bohrok rib cages on Bricklink. Holding the reins to making the perfect shape for this amazing play feature massively helped in bringing the headbutting Bohrok to life. And beyond that, if the play feature itself wasn't enough, the Bohrok can interact with the tower in a couple of other cool ways. I briefly mentioned the mask knocking off feature, which isn't a coincidence. The tower take their power from their masks, and the Bohrok's main way of accomplishing their objective was to remove their enemies' masks. Additionally, the Krana that came with each Bohrok set attached with the same connection to the tower's faces, taking over their bodies and rendering them powerless. The collectability of the Krana added to the value of these sets, making them a very attractive package for kids and adults alike. They can of course interact with every other LEGO set as well, using brute force to destroy buildings and vehicles. So closing remarks for this video, the original run of Bohrok are cheap, and you should get one, or several. They're just as good as they were back in 2002. Now, if you enjoyed this video, please do leave a like, it helps me a lot. I've got a video on dual-sided heads, which I'll link in just 1 second. Subscribe for future uploads, and I'll see you around, gang.